Hey Facebook, good. I think it's afternoon. Good afternoon to you guys. It is Wednesday, the 24th of April. I can't believe that the year has flown by so fast and so quickly, and we're at this place already in May, or in April, almost May. So I want to jump on here while I'm driving to a meeting right now, with my baby boy with me right here, my sweet, sweet love of my life, Michael Brown, who you can't see. Hi, Lindsay, darling. And I have a friend, a good friend of mine called Audrey Joseph. And when I met Audrey a few years ago, it felt like forever. She taught me, or she told me something. I remember something happened, and I went to her, and she said, Ava. And she's older and wiser, although she doesn't look it, but she's older and wiser. And she said, by the way, if you haven't read Audrey's book, Audrey has a book called The Forgiveness, Forgiveness, Healing the Journey to Our Hearts. And she really spoke about forgiveness. Audrey spent a few years inside, having, come into contact with Class A drugs and smuggled it into the country, and, has learned and transformed so many lives as a result of that. In fact, we're actually doing a project together called Still Doing Time, which is focusing on people who've come into contact with the law in one way, shape, or form. But going back to that, so Audrey has a book called Forgiveness, Healing the Journey to Your Heart. And Audrey, I went to her with something, and I remember I was really upset and I was really hurt. And in her most loving voice, she's like a friend, she's like a mother, she's like a sister, she's like a grandmother to my kid. She's been a really amazing friend. And Audrey said to me, Ava, you're either in a space of learning, which is growth, or you're in a space of teaching. And in the moment I didn't understand her. That's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted her to tell me that I was right and that I didn't do anything wrong. And over the years, having worked with Audrey and myself on some forgiveness stuff, so she was coaching me on some forgiveness stuff, and have become really good friends with her, I've come to learn that we're always in one of the two spaces. Every experience that we encounter is either here to teach us something, to let us grow, or we are learning so that we can teach. So we're either the teacher or the learner. And we have to recognize that, because it's in that space that you are humble enough to recognize that your growth is imminent, that the situation you're placed in is there to teach you a lesson, that you're not always right, that you are human, and that you will get some things wrong and you're going to make mistakes, but it's the learning that you mustn't miss. And I just wanted to say that today, that I've gone through my own learning. I learn every day, and every experience comes to teach us. But hear this, if you're not prepared to receive the learning, which is the growth, you are going to be stagnated. And if you think that you're beyond reproach, and if you think you are beyond being corrected, and if you think that you are beyond learning, that is where you're your biggest enemy. We have to be as old as we are, as experienced as we are, as big deal as we think we are, or as small as some of us think we are, although nobody should think that they're small, or as famous as we think we are. It doesn't matter, or as proud as we are. Regardless of what you think of yourself, we're always in a space of being taught, or we are actually teaching. And I literally, cross over both of those every day. Some days I'm teaching, other days I'm learning, I'm the student. And my clients sometimes teach me a lot of lessons about myself, about things that help me to even personally grow. And I'm just always humbled and always accepting the learning, the growth, the lessons. So to all of you out there, it's a nugget I wanted to share today. It's nothing heavy. I just wanted to leave you with that guidance and that reminder that irrespective of who we are in the world, there is always scope for growth. There's always scope for learning. There's always scope for correction. And there is always scope that in all of those things that we're learning or growing or being corrected on, that eventually one day to come we will pass on the baton. And I think that it is such a powerful thing that if you get it right and you don't get cocky and egocentric and thinking that how dare you correct me, or how can you think that you can tell me what's right or what's wrong, when we get to that place of arrogance, that's when our learning stops. So if you are in the space of being told to re-examine your approach to something, or re-examine who you are and how you are projected, take it on board. Don't be afraid to take it on board. It's always important to do that. It's always important just to reflect. It's always important to ask yourself, was there any truth in what was said? Because oftentimes, more often than not, when people tell us things about ourselves, there's something there. There's something there for us to reflect on. There's something there for us to learn from. There's something there for us to grow from. And there's something there for us to take away, to teach on later on in life. So I really wanted to leave you with that piece, because it's something I'm learning myself every day, that I juggle between being taught and being the teacher. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being both student and teacher, because it's in that space that I can grow, and it's in that space that my transformation happens, and is within, can I park here, over here? And is within that space that true leaders become even more amazing. That's kind of tight. So that's it from me. I'm done. I'm at my location. Hi Amara. Hi Jackie. I've stopped driving now so I can look at you. Hi Denise. Hi Charles. Amara, we're meant to have a conversation. We haven't had it yet. So guys, that's it from me. Have a great day. God bless. And remember, you're either the teacher or you're learning. Bye-bye.